Hi there and welcome. These are your handover videos for your Challenger High Style 580. So starting off at the front, you've got your black hitch head just here, and then you've got your black lever. Your black lever has to be up in that position for you to then wind down the jockey wheel onto the toe ball. Then once it's on, that black lever will snap down and it will push up this red button, exposing a green ring. They've got your breakaway cable. If it's got an eye point on your tow bar, it has to be used. If not, just put it around the tow bar itself. Got your jockey wheel at the front used to level the caravan. You've got your handbrake, and then you've got 13-pin electric. So if your car does have 7-pin adaptation, make sure you bring yourself an adapter so that you can then use it. Just in here, you've got a red propane bottle with an in-date gas hose connected onto this side, and then the connection is connected to this regulator. Once both sides are firmly connected, twist this bottle in the open or positive direction, and that will begin to feed gas through into the caravan. 2 points either side and 2 points at the back, you have inserts for your legs. Now the caravan itself comes with a leg winder, or you can get yourself a 19mm drill bit and a power drill just to make it that bit quicker. Do not attempt to jack up or level the caravan using this though, it is simply used for stabilisation. Then on the opposite side, starting off first, you've got your flue. Your flue is used to get clean air in and out of your boiler. Don't have to do anything with this except make sure it's nice and clean. You've got an external shower point fitted on this, and it does have the pump for the shower point. It works in a similar way to this, which is your water pump. As you can see, inserted just there. To remove it, press in on this trigger and pull it out. So it works on that trigger system. All you have to do is just push it in. Got this plastic cap to go over the top of the acroll to make sure no nastiness gets inside. Then you have your strainer, which sits at the bottom of the water barrel. Now it's very crucial that that does sit at the bottom of the water barrel, as otherwise it will just gasp and cough. So what you can do is get some PVC tubing, put it around the bottom so it's nice and straight. As you can see, they do have a bit of a tendency to bend. Just next to it, you've got your battery locker. This example does have a battery fitted, and then you have your insert for your mains. Just plugs in, nice and easy, and the mains is coming into the caravan. Then just here you have your insert for your waste pipe. So both your waste from both your toilet, your shower and your sink will come out of these two parts here. Just need some 28.5mm waste pipe to then feed into a waste master. Then at the end here, we have both your cassette toilet and your flush tank. So first up, cassette toilet. When you need to empty it, you press up on this orange handle and pull it out just like so. Then once you're at your emptying point on site, twist this orange head to the side, open it up like so. What you need to do is tilt, and at the same time as tilting, continually press in this button to vent. Once you've done that, if you slide this open and twist that to the side, you can put in some fresh water, close it back up, oops, give it a bit of a shake, and again tilt and vent. However, that's only a recommendation to make it smell a bit nicer. Then on this cap here, you have measurements in both imperial and metric, and that is for your blue chemical. Blue chemical goes into this cap, onto here, just like so. Twist it back to the side and push it in so that that orange handle sits behind those white teeth. And then just up above, you have your capacity for your flush tank. Get yourself something like a watering can to just feed the water in, just makes it nice and easy. And then it's just a case, fill it in, put in a bit of pink chemical. It can hold around 12 litres of water, and then it can be pushed around the toilet. Then once you have finished whatever you're doing, and you need to empty both of them, as you don't want to travel with either of these too full, you've got this black bung here to empty out the rest of that flush tank. Then underneath your right hand side seats, you have first your boiler just here, which you can access by opening up there. Then you have these blue leads leading to this yellow switch valve. When the switch valve is in the upright position, as it is now, that is in drain mode, meaning any water inside the pipes is being drained out, and if you would have water plugged in, it wouldn't allow water to flow through. When you want water to flow through, just flick it over to the horizontal position either side. When the caravan is taken, it will be in the drain position, so just be aware of that. This blue box here is your brain box for your motor mover, and then on the side you've got your battery charger. At the top here you've got both your trips and fuses, all your trips in the upright position and all your fuses in the correct position. Then you have both your charger and heating and hot water illuminated, meaning that they're both working. And then you have your system shutdown button. System shutdown button, press that in, nothing inside the caravan operates. Then if you do need some additional information on both your trips and fuses, pull down this and it tells you a little bit more. Or just have a look inside your book pack. Then just here, we've got your main control panel. So press in that button and that turns everything on. What you can see now is these green lights. You can see mains is coming into the caravan, and you can also view the levels. To view the levels, you can either press this button here, which shows you 14 volts are currently coming into the caravan, or you can press in on the actual button itself. Same as if you were plugged in with your vehicle, it's a case pressing that button or pressing just here. It says 14 volts right now, which is a representation of the mains. If it were a case that you didn't have mains plugged in, it will give an accurate representation of the battery voltage. You've got your awning light just here. So your mains light's just here, and then you just control it with your respective light switches. And then your awning light just here. Go outside and you can see that's working. And then you have your pump button. So for your pump button, just press it in quickly. You can see green light comes on underneath, and what you do is come over to your taps, make sure that you're plugged in and you have your strainer sat at the bottom of the barrel. You'd open up on both cold and hot, and you'd let it run for about 30 seconds, and what you're looking for is a nice steady continuous stream. If there's any coughs or splutters, go outside and check that that is set at the bottom of the barrel. So just a quick summary: awning light, water pump, main button, levels and lights. Then just here we've got your Alder control panel. So this is for your heating and hot water. So you've got a menu button just here which gets you to some additional settings, and also this screen which is your day mode, but we'll go off this screen. So first up, if I can hold the camera still, you've got this indoor setting. So this is for the internal temperature of the caravan that you desire. So at the top it tells you the current temperature of the van, which is 30, and then you can change what temperature you want it to be. Whatever you set it to is what the caravan will get to, and then it will just stay at that temperature, so you can go up and down using that button. Then press this back button at the top here. Then we've got energy. So this is your choice of the source. So you can either run this off strictly electric, so you can either have 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. Do be aware that some sites do not have the capacity for 3 kilowatts. Or you can have it strictly gas by swiping that across, or you can have a mixture of gas with 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. There we go. Go back again, then you've got your hot water. You can either have that on the on setting or on boost. On will get the temperature to around about 40 to 50 degrees. A boost will prioritize the water temperature over the temperature of the actual caravan itself for 15 minutes, and then drop it back down to that on setting. So that's ideal if you're wanting to use the shower or something like that. Press this menu button here. You can see it goes to this screen, which is a little bit more simpler and just displays the internal temperature of the caravan. Press it again and gets to some external settings such as night mode, day mode, and a few other bits as well. Not going to go through that. If you would like to know a bit more about that, please have a look inside your handbook. Then to turn this off, press that button there, proudly made in Sweden, and then shut itself off. Then just here, we've got your Dometic fridge operation. So turn this on, press and hold on this button just here. It will flash up and go to its most recent memory, which as you can see in this circumstance, is mains on full capacity. To change the source, you press this mode button here, press it once, goes over to auto. Auto will automatically choose what the fridge thinks is the best source to use, which in this case is mains. I'm going to press it again. It's going to go over to that battery icon, and that battery icon represents 13-pin electric, so it can only be done when you're plugged into your car. So press it once, you can see it begins to beep and flash up at me. Press it again, it goes over to gas. Now for gas, you'll hear it gradually begin to tick in, and then once it's stopped ticking in, that means that the fridge is lit on gas. You can also change the amount of power coming into the fridge, so you can have it at 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 using that temperature icon just there, 5 being the max, so it's going to chill it the quickest. Then to turn this off, press and hold on this button just here and turns itself off. Then just here we've got your hob, grill and oven operation. So you've got an electric plate, you just switch to whatever icon you want it to be at and it will get to that temperature. Everything else, it's a case of pressing in on the dial, twisting it to the side and at the same time pressing the igniter. This is what it looks like when they're all lit. As you can see, nice blue clean continuous flames. Turn it off by flicking it back to the central position. Then for the grill, again, it's a bit harder to see on the camera, but you can see that they are all nice and lit. And then lastly, you've got the oven. And you can see there the oven. Only other real thing to note, don't put down this glass sheet when these are hot. Make sure they're all cold to the touch before you put it down and travel with the glass sheet down. Then lastly, you've got your toilet operation. Press this button here, you can hear that motor. That motor is what will push around any water that you have inside the flush tank system into the bog. Then when you need to empty your waste, press this handle away, opens up the cassette, pull it back and shuts the cassette. You need to have it pulled back towards you to be able to actually remove the cassette. When the cassette is full, there will be an icon that comes up underneath that cassette toilet icon, and that's telling you to empty it. Bob simple.